Welcome to another video from Embrace the Journey. On this one, we're going to do a little project. Karen and I had been looking in our dining room and we noticed the chairs were rubbing against the walls, putting those marks on the walls. So we thought, well, what can I do? I can build a wainscot, but I don't really want to do that. How about we put up these ceramic tiles right where the chairs rub against the walls? That would look kind of cool. These things, I don't know if you can see them on the camera too well, but they come in all different little designs. They're made in Mexico. Some people might not like it. They might think that looks kind of boho. But then you're talking about Karen and I, and we probably are boho. So we did it. In fact, we got it done yesterday. And I think it looks really good. Karen thinks it looks really good. And after we got that done, we were in the kitchen looking at a wall by a trash and recycle bin that I built. And I said, wouldn't it look nice if we put one of those strips up along the wall on there? So we did that too. So in this video, you get to see Karen and I going at it, doing a project. Actually, she does all the work. I just hand her the tiles. She puts them on the wall and I film it. So sit back, enjoy this one. If you like it, let us know. If you don't, you can let us know too. And you probably just say, oh, it's them Waltons. That's the kind of stuff they do. And it is. So until next week, we'll see you then. Don't forget, embrace that journey. Goodbye. Well, we've got a project going. We've cut these boards all at a 45-degree angle. I'm now going to polyurethane them. Well, this is the last one here of that bunch. Next I'll do is a sand, then a second coat, then a sand, and a third coat, but I'm not going to put you through all that. Might show you a little bit of the sanding, but after that we'll get to the project. We've got part of the materials coming in. We've ordered those and they should be here in a week or two. This project was the idea of both Karen and myself. I had an idea. Mine wasn't as good as Karen's, of course. And so we're going to do Karen's idea, and I think it's going to look just swell. Going to take some fine sandpaper, 220 grit, and we'll sand down those boards. Yep, that makes them smooth. So I'll do all of these, sand them down, and then I'll put on the second coat. I'll do the same thing for 3 coats. That should do it. And then we wait for the tiles to arrive and the project goes on. So this is the project. We've got to put something up against the wall called a chair rail, because as you can see, these chairs have been making marks on the wall right about there. So we've got an idea and you'll get to see it. And I'll give you kind of an idea of the idea. Take a look. We had put these tiles down on the shelf by the window. We like that. Well, how about if we did the same thing for the chair rail? We put it up 3 rows through here, bring it out, and then when you put the chairs back, they'll hit the tile instead of the wall. Good idea. So I'm going to start out by just using a ledger board to let us know where the tiles are going to be. This isn't staying up here permanently. And then we'll put the tiles up, glue them and grout them, and then I'll put the wood frame around them. Meanwhile, Karen's been taking out the tiles that we're going to be using. Aren't they pretty? Very colorful. Well, so the process begins. Gluing up the wall to put on the tiles. We might zip through this pretty fast. You think?
We shall see.
Well, Karen got the first row down. Looks pretty nice. What do you think? You like it?
Oh yeah, I think it looks good.
2 rows to go. And then we got that side to go, and then we got a little spot in the kitchen. So now we're going to start the second side. Again, these are just ledger boards. They won't stay up there. There'll be something else coming up. But we might get both sides of the wall done today. Let it set overnight, then the grouting begins. This time, instead of just trying to glue 1 row at a time, Karen's going for the full Monty.
The gusto.
The gusto, yes sirree.
She's doing the full Monty.
And hopefully this will work out and the measurements are right, but none of the tiles are exactly the same, so there's going to be little deviations here and there. But once the grout is on, you're not going to be able to tell the difference.
So he says.
And so you'll see when it's all done. Well, we picked up some grout. Today will be a grout day. Karen's getting the plastic up against the wall so as not to make too much of a mess, but I'm sure we'll make a mess, guaranteed. Well, Karen's got it all grouted. The next step is the wet stuff. This is the hardest part about grouting.
It is. I agree.
You keep sponging, and it seems like you're just spreading it. But eventually, it'll look fantastic. So here you can see the difference between the tiles that have been cleaned and the tiles we have yet to clean. This project's going to be nice. And then when everything's cleaned, I'll put the border around it. So there's the finished product. That's one side of them with the trim work and the tiles. I think they look pretty sharp. This is by our kitchen. So we thought we could do the same thing above the garbage and recycle bin that I built. And that should look good too. So Karen, right over here, is setting out the tiles that are going to go up on the wall. Is this going to be an easy project?
Well, hopefully it'll be easier and more experience.
Karen is an experienced lady. So there it is, complete. And it looks really nice. Karen did a great job. We still got to clean off some of the residue, but that won't take long. It's above what I built earlier on. This is a trash can recycle stuff. Here we got the trash. Here we got recycles. So I thought that would look good in our kitchen. Plus we needed another place just to put stuff, right? We always,
Like the cookie jar.
yeah, the cookie jar needs to go up there. So this was a good project. I liked it. Karen did all the fancy painting too. And it was fun. Anything else you want to say about what we did?
No, I just think it really spices up the kitchen and the dining room.
And of course, Willow was excited too.
Not really. She didn't like the noise.
Yeah. When we used the air guns, she didn't like that.
And I couldn't hold her while I was doing it. So.
And she does like to be held. So, that's it from Embrace the Journey this week. See you next week. And don't forget, embrace your journey.